Well, things seem to be spiraling out of control around the world. Hey guys, it's the Political Pastor here, and I'm going to catch you up on some of the headlines in the news this week. I'm a little bit winded today because the Swordsman Crusader has challenged me to 99 burpees before the day is out. And so I can't let the Swordsman Crusader outdo me on this one, so I've been after it. I'm a little bit winded, but don't tell him that, okay? So here's what's happening around our world. First of all, let's talk about Russia. Now, this is a headline coming from The Hedge that tells us that Russia warns of unpredictable spiral if the U.S. sends Patriot missiles to Ukraine. Now, we know the United States is considering arming the Ukrainians with Patriot missile systems. This is for air defense. This is to take down missiles that would be coming into the Ukraine. So this is a defensive measure, and we supply nations all around the world with Patriot missile systems. But obviously, as you see the reaction from Putin and Russia, is this is considered an aggressive thing by the United States to do such. And so this could escalate if we equip the Ukrainians with these missiles into something greater. Who knows? This may just be saber rattling. So I asked our own country colonel, who is the politicalpastor.com's expert when it comes to military and foreign affairs. I asked him about this. And his first question was, why now? Because we've been supplying the Ukrainians with other arms, and we've been supplying them with plenty of money. It's been costing us a fortune. But now all of a sudden we decided we need to give them Patriot missile systems, possibly. Why didn't we equip them with Patriot missile systems early on? Why now? Good question, and something for us to keep an eye on. But this is not the only thing we've been supplying. We've already broken a story to you about how the United States has been supplying other munitions, and now we have a shortage of those munitions, and it would take some 3 years for us to catch back up. But then here's another headline related to that. It tells us that while Putin readies nuclear missiles, Germany has run out of munitions and can only fight a war for 2 days. 2 days. So now we have Germany without munitions. We have the United States short on certain things, and we're going to equip possibly the Ukraine with Patriot missile systems, and who knows where this is going to head with Russia. So keep your eyes on these things. So what about the economy? Well, today the Dow, according to CNBC, was off about 2% on Thursday as investors fear the Fed is tipping the economy into a recession. Now listen to that. The Fed is tipping the economy into a recession. So here we go. The Federal Reserve getting involved again. They've raised interest rates another 0.5 point. They want to continue this unemployment slide. They want to cost you your job in order to rein in inflation. So inflation is still a problem regardless of Joe Biden going out and doing his victory lap here recently. Even Joe Manchin has criticized that, saying, hey, even if prices have reduced some, they're still more this year than they were last year. And we've seen in November alone that 38% increase has taken place in vegetables. 38% increase in vegetables, and yet we have inflation apparently under control. I think investors aren't buying it either, and the outlook for 2023 is not so strong. So I'm telling you, keep your powder dry and look for opportunities over this next year, because if you're prepared and if you're ready for this, this could be a good time for you, no matter how difficult it might look. Well, here's another story that's kind of close to home. This is in our region, and it's coming out of Huntsville, Alabama, from 1819 News. And there's an update to this story that I'll share with you. But the story headline is this: Huntsville drag queen teacher admits to strategically, covertly placing LGBTQ plus material in classroom. Now, this story is about a teacher. His name is James Miller. Now, on the stage, he goes by the name of Majesty Divine. Majesty Divine, in the last teaching assignment that he was in, has admitted to placing books in a particular location so that children in the classroom, elementary children, would see these books. And these are books about LGBTQIA plus, gender type, sexual content type books. And he placed these strategically so that the students would see them, ask questions, talk about it, feel like they were in a safe place if they were questioning their own gender identities. And he began to see, according to his own testimony, he began to see rainbows popping up in the classroom. Well, this teacher ends up at a Huntsville City School at Mountain Gap Elementary, and we don't know what he's done since he's been at Mountain Gap. I'm not sure what actions he's taken or how he might have influenced children during his time at Mountain Gap. But we do know the update to the story is he is no longer employed there. Apparently he's retired. He's out of teaching now. And everyone is really tight-lipped about what has happened here. So we don't know all the details except that he's out. But listen, this is happening everywhere. We've been bringing you stories about how this LGBTQIA plus community is targeting your children. They're doing it in the libraries. They're doing it in the elementary schools. And if they can't get them there, they'll get them in the colleges. And so we could give you story after story. But there's just one right there in Huntsville, Alabama. So one final thing. Let's talk about what the Republicans are doing right now. Republicans. This is from Faux News or Fox News as they tell us the House Republicans are considering using their subpoena power next year to compel members of the intelligence community to provide more information on COVID-19 origins, following a new report that revealed the IC had downplayed important information on the virus's possible link to China's bioweapons program. Now, Republican members of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence alleged in a report released Wednesday that there are indications, their quotes, that COVID-19 should be tied to China's biological weapons research program and may have, their quotes, spilled over to the general population during an incident at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, which guess who was tied in with Wuhan and the Institute of Virology? Well, Elon Musk has told us just this week that a certain Anthony Fauci should be prosecuted. And I think Elon Musk is spot on in that. Listen, we're going in a time of year where sickness is continuing to increase. And we're hearing about the triple-demics. We're hearing about COVID-19 and flu and RSV. And so we're being told, get the COVID shot, get the flu shot, wear your mask, stay indoors, stay away from people, do all these things again. We've been dealing with this for a couple of years now. Surely we figured this stuff out. I'm encouraging you guys, listen, don't fall prey to this. We know what we're up against now. We know what we're dealing with. Don't freak out. Don't succumb to the fear. And resist the tyranny of these people who just continue to profit at the expense of our health and our mental well-being. Don't allow them to continue to do so. Don't play their game. Some might ask, what about render to Caesar what is Caesar's? Well, let me tell you this. Caesar doesn't get to determine what is Caesar's. God determines what is Caesar's. So it's time for the people of God and the citizens of this country to say enough is enough. We're not following along with these blind orders anymore. We're not going to be playing your game. We're not going to go along to get along anymore. The answer is no. No. It's time for a little bit of resistance. It's time that we rise up and say, we've had enough. And I want to encourage you this winter, this Christmas season, enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Use some common sense. And don't succumb to the fear that these people want to continue to impose upon us. Enjoy, be thankful, be grateful for what God has given you, and enjoy time around people. Spend time around family. Have your parties, have your get-togethers, feast, laugh, love, enjoy. I'm the political pastor, and I'm telling you, while things may be spiraling out of control around the world, it's just not so. God is still in control, and you can always bank on that. Hey, guys, I'm the political pastor, and I'm out.